Do you ever wonder about which UK supermarket you should be investing into? Well, in this video I'm going to talk about Sainsbury's against Tesco's, and we're going to have a look and see who wins this FA Cup match between the two biggest UK supermarkets. According to Kantar, Tesco is the largest supermarket that we have. We're going to look at a few other key metrics to decide which one we should be investing into. I've invested into both of these. A couple of things, if you've seen some of my other dividend stock videos, you'll know that I look at a few things. So I'll look at the dividend yield, the history of have they continuously paid dividends over a number of years, look at the dividend growth rate, the compound annual growth rate, debt to equity, forecasted earnings, is it undervalued, payout ratio. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Mark of Desperately Seeking Fi. As with all my analysis that I do on these dividend stocks, I'll use a couple of different websites. I'll use dividenddata.co.uk and Simply Wall Street. If you want to have a quick look at Simply Wall Street, I've got a link down below. You can go and have a couple of week trial and see what you think of that product. Very much of a muchness, these two supermarkets. Tesco's has a slightly wider range of countries. It has UK, Republic of Ireland, Czech Republic, Slovakia and Hungary, whereas Sainsbury's just has UK and ROI. They are wider than just a supermarket. They have both the supermarkets and the online products, but they also have financial services and banking in there as well. And many of us will probably have taken out products with both of those companies. Let's have a quick look at who is the largest. Obviously, Tesco's has the largest market share, and it brings in about 65.8 billion over the last financial year, whereas Sainsbury's is coming in at about 31.5 billion. But what is really important to look at is the profit margin, and you have Tesco's coming in at about 1.1 profit margin, whereas Sainsbury's has 0.7. So we'll call that 1-0 to Tesco's. Next we'll look at dividend yield, and Sainsbury's scores a goal on this one. It comes in at 4.74% as opposed to Tesco's at 4.15. On the history side of things, Tesco manages to win on this by being 6 years of growth as opposed to 4 years for Sainsbury's. So 2-1 to Tesco's, but there is potentially an offside flag been raised on that one, because Tesco's actually cut its dividend, as we can see from the chart, and it as a result has got a far better dividend growth rate, coming in at 29% as opposed to Sainsbury's at 5.13. But VAR hasn't quite worked there, so we are still looking at Tesco's being 3-1 up. We then come in with the compound annual growth rate, and over the 5 years, as we can see on the chart, Sainsbury's edges this one at 1.73% compared to Tesco's at 3. So far at halftime, we are coming in with Tesco's leading 3-2. What I would love to know is, what are you invested into in the UK supermarket side of things? Are you invested in one of these two, or have you decided to go for one of the others? I'd love it if you can drop comments down below. Next thing we're going to look at in this second half is the debt to equity ratio. On this side of things, we see that Sainsbury's scores the goal on this with a debt to equity ratio of 10% compared to Tesco's coming in at 60. So we're sat neck and neck at 3-all. On whether or not, looking at the forecast annual earnings growth, Sainsbury's just pips Tesco's on this one, coming in at almost 13% compared to Tesco's at almost 10. So we're sat at 4-3 to Sainsbury's. Is it undervalued? Who's going to win this one? And I use the Simply Wall Street valuation for this, and they suggest that Tesco's is coming in at 30% as opposed to Sainsbury's at just over 17. So we are all square are coming in for the final few minutes, and we're in added time, and we look at the payout ratio being the final one to have a look at. We come in at, everybody knows if you've seen my previous videos that I like to have about a 50% payout ratio, and Tesco nails it on 50% on the head, whereas Sainsbury's is looking at 77%. If we were just going for it, it would have been Tesco's winning. However, because there is a final payment coming in from Sainsbury's and they're paying 9.2 pence per share, I have a little bit of money invested into Sainsbury's at the moment, but I might transition out of there based on this little bit of research. Why not go and have a quick look at this video, which talks about the highest paying dividend stocks in the UK, and you might be interested in bagging one or two of those. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers, bye.